that you already got someone. She's lucky to be standing by your side. One look in your eyes, and I wish it could be different, because you and me have such a good vibe. Good vibe. God bless you, 'cause you.
Hi loves, so today we're going to talk about increasing the voice of your small business. Ooh, I like that. I have an Etsy shop that's been going on for about a year, and I was presented with the opportunity to be a vendor at a festival, and I jumped on it. Me jumping on it means I walked away with hundreds of dollars in my pocket that I would not have made, and thousands of people who now know what my business is, who I am, and walked away with my card so they can make future purchases. I increased the voice of my business substantially, exponentially. And I want to tell you guys a little bit more about vendor events. The holiday season is here and people are looking to shop, and they're looking to shop small. People are wanting to support not only local but small business brands. So let's get your face out there so you can increase the voice of your business as well. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit I learned about the couple. I've only done 2 events. I'm doing another one this weekend. But when I tell you, from the first event to the second event was day and night, and I've learned so much because this is a trial and error industry, and I want to share that with you. Yeah, my husband is on a warpath today. I think he's done. All right, so let's talk about vending. First, a little background. So I have an Etsy shop. On my shop, I sell all things inspirational, self-care, and self-love. I was presented with the opportunity to do a festival, and I was like, well, I've never been a vendor. I've always seen it, always wanted more information about it, but I've never done it. And I actually decided to go on Pinterest, get some inspiration, see what some different types of vendor setups are, and do the event. I did the event and walked away making hundreds of dollars. And I was like, okay. This is possibly something I actually could do. Vending is allowing myself to enhance and increase the reach of my business. So I am able to reach people who might not go on Etsy to shop, who might not have never heard of my business, who probably aren't from my area. I really don't promote in my area because I am active duty military. So I don't want nobody just showing up and stuff. But vending allowed me to network, get to know other people, meet other people, and expand the reach of my small business. I also always let people know that my husband prints all of my shirts, apparel, everything that I have. My husband prints, so that way I'm able to increase his reach of his business as well. Now, we did our first event and it was great. We did walk away, making a small profit. But there was still a lot of things for me to learn. So I am just off of my second event and I have a third event next weekend. So I'm going to tell you guys just some of the things I've learned just from being in the vending community for such a short period of time, that if you are interested in vending, especially during the holiday season, picking up festival, craft shows, different events, that it could help you as well. So the first thing for me is prep, y'all. Prep. I'm telling you, prep is the biggest thing for me, because when it's go time, it's go time. So you want to have a system, you want to be organized, you want to know how you're going to take your payments. You want to make it easy for people to pay you, to see your products. So for me, things I did in the preparation phase are, I went on Pinterest. On Pinterest, I was actually able to find a lot of inspiration. And then I also just purchased small things. So I did get the square. I decided that for me, it was the best for my business because I do plan to do more events. If you're just going to do events here or there, I do suggest doing like a card. I'll put like something for you guys to see different examples that says like PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. These are how you do it. And QR codes are actually like clutch. There are actually websites that you can create a free QR code, and that people just put it on their camera and it takes you right to whatever you want them to go to. So I do highly suggest QR codes. Also for me, organization. So I took the time, we are in a pandemic still. I folded all of my shirts, I put them in the cellophane, and then I actually put the sizes on them. So it was just easier for us to get to the different shirts, get to the different apparel when someone wants a different size of something. So organization, display is definitely one. So looking on Pinterest, looking on Amazon, looking on Etsy, you know, supporting other small businesses, and making your booth presentable, attractive, and easygoing. The second thing is pricing. So it's really hard for me with pricing because I know what I'm going to pay, but I also know that people at festivals and events and markets, they're willing to pay a little bit. So I knew that I didn't want to go above $20 because I'm really just not going to pay $20 for a shirt. But I wouldn't go below 15 because then I have pretty much no profit margin. So the first event I did, I sold my shirts for $17. They did really well. People were really paying the $17 with ease. My second event, I actually upped everything $1 and still was able to make sales. So I'm sitting at $18 for my shirts. I think I'm good at 18. If I do a big event, I might do 19, but I think I'm good. So finding out what that pricing looks like for you, your business, and your audience is going to make sense. For me as a mom, I ain't paying $20 for much of anything, but 17, okay, and it's only like a few dollars less. So figuring out what your pricing is, making it presentable for people. I did like these posters that showed exactly what my prices were. They were able to browse. I wasn't too clingy, you know, when they come, I speak to them, even if they just walk past my booth. Be very presentable, be very personable, and it was a good outcome. So the third thing for me is making as much as you can. So you guys know that my husband prints all my shirts. Everyone doesn't have that luxury, but I would say seek out print places if you are doing t-shirts or something that you don't actually do yourself, that are local, or learn a little bit about the software and items necessary to do things for yourself. So I created my own business cards, my own posters and pamphlets, and all the marketing that was going into each bag. I actually purchased from Uline just big brown paper bags. I can't walk away from these brown paper bags. I all the time see that, but I created myself the sticker. I have a silhouette machine, but even if you don't have a silhouette, you can purchase pre-made stickers. I said, thank you for supporting my small business, things of that nature. So I was able to create a lot of the stuff. I used Canva and created a lot of the marketing of things that I needed, but then also the tangible things that I was able to outsource to another small business and keep it within the small business community. So create everything that you can. Avery is my favorite when it comes to business cards, pamphlets, 4x6 cards, flyers, things of that nature. They actually have free templates. So you can go create what you want and then put it on that template and then print it, and it will come out perfect every single time. So create what you can, and then also make it a family event. So every event that we had, my husband was there, my niece came to one, my son came to one, my younger son would help me in the background with the prep. So make it a family event. Instill in your family what it looks like to be a small business owner, to be able to go out here and get things done and make additional money on top of what you're making with your 9-to-5 job. So I love that I'm able to rally in my family, my children, put some money in their pocket, and then also they're helping me to boost and create my dream. So the two events that we did recently were both outdoor, and then the event that I have coming up this weekend is indoor, so it's different. So you want to have things that you can work either indoor or outdoor. One mistake that I made was the first event that we did was a festival, it was a jazz festival, and I created business cards kind of specifically for that and not specific for my business. So I had like music going up and it was very nice and jazzy. But then when I did my second event this weekend, my business has nothing to do with music. So I actually had to create more business cards. So I would say if you want to do something that's super specific to an event, only do a small batch and then feed in your regular business cards. So I had to recreate and print more business cards, which is taken away from my profit because that's more ink, that's more business card templates, that's more everything. So that's my bad, but that's something that I learned. Another thing that I learned is the wind, y'all. So you have to have a way to keep things down. So I actually have these clear frames that hold up posters, and I had printed something landscape. And the way that the frame is, it has like a little lip at the back. Well, when I printed a landscape, I had to put it on its side and it just kept falling. There was no way for me to secure it. So the second time that we went in, we actually printed everything vertical, and it worked out perfectly. So these are things that I never would have known had I not done any event. So it's going to be trial and error. I say just have a good attitude about it and just learn from your mistakes. So let's talk money. It is a lot to start doing venue events. So the first thing I suggest that you need is a tent. We did an outdoor event this last weekend. There were some people that did not have tents, and they was hot. When I tell you they was hot, let me sit on to you. Hot. Okay, you want to have a tent. We got our tent from Dick's. I want to say it was like less than $70. It was like 60 maybe. And then I also purchased the weights that go on the tent because I don't have time for taking the string and pulling it and tying it. I don't know how to do all that stuff. And I think that the string really does create a hazard because if kids are at events or people are walking around, the string is kind of going off of the tent and you could easily trip off of it. Another thing that we have, which is actually my husband has them, but he breaks them down and brings them to the events for me, are tables. And not necessarily just the long tables. We got the tables that actually fold in half. So these are super easy to put into our truck, but if you have a car, they will fit in your car as well. So you want to have at the very least 2 tables. We typically have 3, but you want to at the very least have 2 tables. So I have a table where I have things set up for them to see, and I also have like my big square setup. I purchased the whole setup, and I want to be able to have that easily accessible as well. So at least 2 tables, because you're going to hide things under it. You're going to put all of your stock, but you want it to be welcoming so people can come and shop. So you want to have chairs, which I think is the most basic thing, but you're going to be sitting out there for hours, so you do want to have chairs. And then you do want to have displays and cases and ways for people to easily see your product. So when we're outside on the tent, we actually just hang the shirts up. I kind of tape the back and make it so that you can see what each design looks like. But on the inside, we don't have that. We won't have the tent out. We'll have a table and 2 chairs. So I did purchase a small little rack where people can actually look at the shirts and see what we have available. We will have also some on display on the table. So it's going to be a different setup, but just be able to change your setup, purchase things that are going to make sense for your business in the long run. I'm telling you, the long run. So guys, I think that's it. I think there will be more conversations that come up about vending because this is something I'm really into. This is going to be my 3rd event in 3 weeks this upcoming weekend. But I did want to share with you because the holiday season is here and people are shopping. A lot of people are also doing more small business shopping. So Etsy, of course, is a good way to go, but they do take a %. But if you decide to do local, a lot of people will support local businesses just because it's local or have been looking for something or a business like you and haven't been able to find it. And sometimes social media just doesn't tap into the people who are right around the corner from you. So I have a couple of Facebook groups that I'm in, and all I did was put my local area in vendor events, and so many Facebook groups came up. Now I will say, be careful because there are scams in every industry. So be careful, do your research. If you see an event that looks good, then go off Facebook and actually look it up, see how many times it's happened, and then I go to the actual website. So if I see like a festival that I like and it's like vendor opportunities on the Facebook page, I will Google search it, go to the actual website, and then submit the application to be a vendor there. You don't want to do too many events that cost a lot to be a vendor because that's going to take in your revenue as well. The first event that we did was $100, but it was a festival. There were over 3,000 people there, and it was pretty much guaranteed that you would make something because they had like maybe 10 vendors. The second event I did was $40. There were not a lot of people there. I think the marketing just, I don't know. I think they have done it before. It was just wasn't a good time. Maybe it just wasn't a lot of people that actually came, but I made about half of what I made at the big festival. And that's because the festival wasn't my audience. They were older generation. My audience is definitely 20 something to 40 something. And they were more 65 to 70 something. But they did purchase and they showed out. So I'm appreciative. So take that into consideration too. Are you going to your audience? So, but do your research. Don't pay a crazy fee. This third one, I feel like is my ideal audience, the boss mom, right? That literally, that's what it is, the boss mom. And I feel like this would be the best of the three. And also all the inventory and things that I still have, I don't have to do any prep. So anything that I make here outside of my vendor fee, which is $55, I will, you know, it will be revenue. So keep your vendor fees low. There's an event that I want to do that's $350. And my husband's like, no. Heck to the no. Heck to the no. But it's okay because it's not really my audience. It's more of a cosmetic thing. And yeah, I know that my people will be in there. My audience will be in there, but they're going for hair and makeup and all that stuff and not necessarily going for my products. So it's fine. But also always be on the lookout for more events to go to. Like I just scour the Facebook pages. I look at different events. I go online and see what's happening because you want to. So here's the thing. My son was like, well, what if you don't make a lot of money here? Because he did the event with me this weekend. And I said, if I had been home chilling, I would have made zero. But me coming here today, I made XYZ amount. So you're presenting yourself with the opportunity to make money. I'm giving myself the opportunity to increase my revenue and increase my voice when it comes to my business. These people who I did this event with last weekend or the weekend before never knew me, had no idea, but they walked away with a card and probably will go to the shop. So now I have new clients potentially, and I made money that I wouldn't have made. So it is a lot of work. Don't be fooled. It's a lot of work, but it is so much fun and it's great. So I'm going to take you guys along. Make sure you like and subscribe here. I will do some more vlogs and I will bring you guys along with some more of our vendor events. Definitely make sure you check out the shop though, because everything that is at the vendor events is on the shop and more. And much more is on the shop. So I would love for you to check out the shop and my my Instagram. Definitely check out my Instagram as well, because honestly, the Instagram is where it's at. So I thank you guys so much. My name is Renee, and I will see you guys in the next video and or vlog. Bye.